Hello everybody and welcome back to the Manchester United FC 25 career mode. In today's episode, our two full games are going to be each tie of the last 16 of the Champions League, and as you can see here, the team that we drew in the last 16 is Italian outlet Napoli, Scott McTominay's new club. We will be coming up against the former Manchester United player in the last 16. As I said, both games will be played in full, but before we get into those games, I do have a few highlights to show you of some games we've played before then. So our first game of the episode was in the fourth round of the FA Cup against Stevenage, who we actually beat at Old Trafford in the League Cup earlier this season. This time we were the away team, and Dan Kemp actually gave Stevenage the lead. Since this game got its most recent update, I find that every game is starting the same. The opposition going on the attack and either scoring or creating a big chance. And they did score this one. We went 1-0 down after about 10 minutes, which is very frustrating. But look at this for a run from Ahmad, and look at this as well for a finish. Beautiful equaliser there from the Ivorian. But the next goal absolutely blew my mind. The young Welshman Adam Smith, the next Ryan Giggs, with a Ryan Giggs-esque finish here. Oh, what a hit that is. He rifled that one into the top corner. We then took the lead for the first time in this game. Pretty sure he scored in the League Cup game as well between these two teams, but this goal is one that will live long in the memory. He's gone up to a 71 rating now, Adam Smith. Really excited to see how much he progresses right up to the end of this series. And I'm glad that we're kind of managing his game time quite well too. He's not playing too much, but he's not playing too little. Then we sealed it with a third goal here from Ronaldo's regen, Rui Rocha. Smith backheeled it to Davies, and Rocha put it in the back of the net to advance us through to the fifth round of the FA Cup. Back to the Premier League then after that FA Cup game, West Bromwich Albion at the Hawthorns, one of my favourite stadiums in England for some reason. I know it's very random, but I really like the Hawthorns. Of course, this was the stadium where Sir Alex Ferguson's final Manchester United game took place in an incredible 5-5 draw. This game wasn't exactly 5-5, but it was a solid 3 points. Garnacho there with the first goal, the initial shot blocked, or saved I should say, by the keeper, and then he headed in the rebound to give us a 1-0 lead. For once, we start on the front foot in the game. West Brom are 19th in the table, and this felt like we were playing a team fighting for their Premier League lives. They had a few chances as well in this game. They haven't actually put up much of the highlights. There was quite a few chances from West Brom. There's one of their closest ones. We nearly took a 2-0 lead here. Garnacho's shot saved by the keeper. Rasmus unable to put it home. Still waiting for his first goal of the episode, Rasmus Højlund. This could be a very historic episode for him. Lisandro Martinez here with an absolute thunderbolt from long range, but it clips the bar and went out for a goal kick. But we do get the second goal of the game. Anthony Elanga off the bench did double our advantage, and that did seal the 3 points. And you might be thinking, then we got a clean sheet. We don't keep clean sheets in this career mode. Honestly, West Brom do pull one back in the last minute. So frustrating to concede one literally with the last kick of the game. But the main thing is we stay unbeaten and get another 3 points in the league. In case you're new to the series and you're wondering why this could be an historic season for Rasmus Højlund, as you can see there, he has scored 44 goals this season, level with Ruud van Nistelrooy back in 2003, which is the second most amount of goals scored in a single season for Manchester United. Only Dennis Law in 1964 scored more with 46 goals that season. Rasmus is 3 away from breaking that record. And not only is he 3 away from breaking that record, he's 5 away from beating, or actually levelling, the Premier League record, 6 away from beating it. So this could be a very historic episode if Rasmus is to break those records. Fulham up next in the Premier League again at Old Trafford. I'm going to give this one a quick sim just because I don't want to have to play 50 billion games today. But let's see if we can get the 3 points here against the Cottagers at Old Trafford. Yes, we do. Rasmus Højlund scores 2 goals, so he is now level with Ruud van Nistelrooy, with Dennis Law, I should say, for most goals scored in a season for Manchester United. He is 1 away from breaking that record. To quote Michael Cole, the streak is over. Crystal Palace are the ones who end our hopes of having an invincible Premier League season. I am honestly so gutted right now. I thought I could get away with playing the highlights in this game, and I was sadly mistaken. I am so gutted. Palace took the lead here, did not mean to back out of that. Very, very lucky to get the rebound there. Mateta put them 1-0 up. To be honest with you, in the first half, it was all Crystal Palace when it came to the highlights, up until literally after they score. Garnacho got our first highlight of the game, which he did put away to get the equaliser. Wasn't much happening in our favour after that. Garnacho here had kind of a half chance that he probably should have done a little bit better with. And then the killer blow, former Arsenal player Eddie Nketiah is the one to end our invincible hopes and to make sure that Arsenal at this moment in time are still the only team to have an unbeaten Premier League season. Very, very disappointing. May not be invincibles, but we are still on for a potential double or treble. We do advance through here in the FA Cup, playing Sunderland on what would be my real life birthday, the 28th of February. Of course, though, we had to have a bit of AIDS to kick off the game. Sunderland taking the lead there. I will say another thing about this game as well. I am turning off weather effects after this game. It was just too much for me. It really got the best of me. I know it adds an extra bit of realism. For me, it actually ruins the gameplay. And the gameplay is bad enough when you don't have weather effects on, so yeah. But Rui Rocha, Cristiano Ronaldo's regen, did get the equaliser here in the second half. I decided to rest Rasmus for the last two games because I wanted to have him break the record in a game that we play in full, so he will be playing the next game in the Champions League. But Rocha got the equaliser, and then 12 minutes later, he went and got the winner. Cristiano Ronaldo's regen, whilst not actually scoring yet in the Premier League, is absolutely killing it in every other competition, and he is the one who got the 2 goals, which advances us through to the the quarterfinals, I should say, of the FA Cup. But here we go, the first full game of the episode, and I have a confession to make. I forgot to turn off weather effects, and it's raining, so I have done myself dirty here, but look, it's too late now. We just got to get on with it. Up against Scott McTominay and co. And not only is Scott McTominay the only former Manchester United player in this team, Romelu Lukaku is also playing for Napoli. So 2 former United players who had mixed careers at United, shall we say. Lukaku, despite a great start, just could not keep up any bit of consistency after his first few months at Old Trafford. And Scott McTominay could be either the best player in the team or the most frustrating, and there wasn't ever really an in-between. But hopefully, we do knock them out of the Champions League here. We do have a 100% record in this competition still. No longer invincible in the league, but still very much going strong in the Champions League in terms of our unbeaten run. And there is Rasmus Højlund. Can he become the first man to score 47 goals in a season for Manchester United? Which of course would mean that no other player will have scored more in a single season for the club. Napoli look like they're going quite strong. I did have a look at their predicted lineup, but McTominay and Lukaku are both on the bench. Wow, that is a bit of a shock. Kvaratskhelia is still at Napoli in this career mode. Obviously, we started this before he signed for PSG. He was somebody I half thought about for this career mode, but obviously Garnacho has been doing absolutely fantastically out on the left. Napoli there lining up to take their squad picture as we line up to take ours. It's our full strength team. I was going to put Adam Smith on the bench, but he was missing a little bit of energy after that FA Cup game, so I decided to leave him out. We're still easing him into the team. Other than that, it is the strongest team that we could possibly line up with, as you can see there. Ugarte is a yellow card away from a suspension. That is something to keep an eye on. But obviously we do have Kobbie Mainoo as a backup. And you know what, lads? Without further ado, enough of the pleasantries. Let's get into it. Napoli versus Manchester United in the Champions League last 16. Can we get off to a winning start? Well, here's Ahmad. A man who knows a thing or two about coming up against Italian teams. Back to Hjulman, who has almost been like the Michael Carrick of this career mode. The Danish Michael Carrick. And here he is now on the ball. That's a Carrick-esque pass there. Garnacho Over to Ahmad. Ahmad loses it. Ryan Gravenberch, formerly of Liverpool, playing for Napoli in this career mode as well. Here he is again. And here he is again with the shot. And Unai Simon with the save. Napoli with the first chance of the game. They will get this corner as well, which they could be taking short here. And they do. It's Politano. Oh, he's done Ahmad there. Get rid of it. Ooh. Well, I think the weather effect actually might have helped us there. Took a bit of the sting out of that shot. But Napoli looking a bit dangerous to start off things here. Oh, Ugarte, what are you doing? Oh, he held on to it for too long. And that's their third shot of the game inside 13 minutes. That hardly went out. Oh my god, that went out for a throw-in. Are you serious? That didn't look like it went out at all. I'm going to have to watch that back. That did not look like it went out. But anyways, whatever. We're on the attack. Rasmus Højlund for an historic goal. Now we can officially say nobody has scored more goals in a single season for Manchester United than Rasmus Højlund. The late great Dennis Law's record has been broken. And what a game to do it in. A knockout tie in the Champions League. Despite it probably being against the run of play, we will gladly accept it. Ahmad with the assist. Rasmus clean through. We rested him for the last couple of games. We weren't going to rest him today though. And he has given us the lead. Napoli 1, Manchester United 0. 10-9 in the Champions League. 47 in all competitions. I don't know if anybody else gets this though in career mode, where sometimes strikers can just be ridiculously overpowered. We've had it a few times now in career modes here. I mean, Will Holmes, who we had with Oxford, he was fantastic, but his numbers were relatively tame in comparison to the likes of Rasmus, Dylan Turl back in the Turl United days, JJ in the Cloyne United days, and now Rasmus is joining that list as well. But it's given us the lead here inside the opening 20 minutes. Has Davies won a throw in there? Yes, he has. I don't know if I'm expecting us to win the Champions League this season. I know we've just topped the league phase, still unbeaten. But Real Madrid are still in this tournament. City are still in the tournament. Liverpool are still in the tournament. There's still a few tough teams who we could come up against. Now, I'm not overlooking Napoli. But the league is looking very strong at the moment. Champions League, I would say we're one of the favourites. But I don't know if we are the favourites. Bruno. Oh, good strike. Lunin with the save. Napoli, obviously, who didn't have their licence in the game for a few years. Great to have them back, despite the fact that Syria lost a few more licences. It's such a shame, though. Italian career modes can be a lot of fun. But then when you lose the licences of teams like AC Milan and Inter Milan, Juventus obviously were gone for years as Piemonte Calcio. Oh God, what a save. God, nearly equalised there. It just kind of takes the fun out of it. I mean, Roma were probably the only team, and Lazio, where I kind of somewhat got over it because the custom kits I actually didn't think were that bad. But playing against Milano FC and Lombardia brings a tear to my eye, to be honest. Hjulman over to Ahmad. Halftime quickly approaching here. Oh, Rasmus unable to get there. And Napoli look to break here. De Ligt, former Juventus player, couldn't keep up there. Bit of an awkward angle to take a shot from. Simon put it up for the corner. You can see Scott McTominay there behind Antonio Conte. Will he make his way onto the pitch in this game? Oh, it's off the line. Oh my God. I think it was Lisandro Martinez who headed that off the line. Bloody hell. Heart and mouth stuff there. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot, who spent some time on loan at AC Milan. Loses out there, but Martinez will do well to win it back. Are we going to have enough time for another attack? It looks like we will. Garnacho. Oh, what? He must have been offside. You can't blow the whistle there. I think he was offside. The man who was linked with the move to Napoli not too long ago is unable to go through there and get the second goal. But Rasmus's record-breaking goal is enough to separate the two teams at the moment. 1-0 here in Naples at half-time. I just want to get right into the second half. Napoli did nearly equalise though in the closing moments of that half. So this is far from over. Lovely there by Lisandro Martinez. Here's Bruno. Into Garnacho. Rasmus. He's going to square it for Ahmad. That is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely breathtaking stuff from Manchester United. Rasmus has a goal and an assist. Ahmad finds himself on the score sheet. It's the perfect start to the second half. I need to see this again. It's Garnacho's ball over the top. Rasmus saw the run of Ahmad, who slotted it home with his right foot. It was going to be difficult to miss from there, but the build-up to that goal was absolutely fantastic. Napoli 0, Manchester United 2. And we've put ourselves in a very good position now. But it is far from over. I can't stress that enough. It ain't over until it's over. Because here come Napoli now straight away. See what I mean? Just see what I mean. I'm getting bored of this, lads. I really am. I did speak to somebody recently who said to try out simulation. I think I spoke about it recently. With simulation, we're just going to have the opposite problem. The game is going to be too slow. There's just no balance anymore. It's either a boring 1-0 or 0-0, or it's the NBA. There's no in between. Napoli pull one back just when we put ourselves in a comfortable position. That was a very heavy kickoff there from Rasmus. We're just allergic to clean sheets. We really are. Rasmus. Oh, probably didn't. Probably got the turn wrong there, to be fair. I tell you what, if I ever get a cat, I'm going to name him Clean Sheets, because I'm actually allergic to cats. That's a lie. I was just trying to think of a clever joke. Here's Ahmad. Not a bad ball in. Rasmus bodies the goalkeeper. But again, winning a header in this game is almost as hard as winning a clean sheet. Or getting a clean sheet, I should say. But here come Napoli now on the attack again. Davies as well to interject there. We've managed to deal with that one. Garnacho looking for Rasmus. That's what I mean about the weather effects. They've not been as bad in this game as they were in the FA Cup against Sunderland. But it just takes the sting out of the pass. Oh my god, what was that? What the hell was that? Oh, but Davies, he's done really well. I'd basically given up on it, but he hadn't. It's Garnacho, and that is why Napoli were so anxious to secure his signature, but he said no thank you. He's staying at Old Trafford, and he gets the third goal here in Naples. He was feeling a bit nervy there for a second after they pulled that one back, but Garnacho has given us a 2-goal cushion yet again. It's a beautiful finish. He was heavily involved in the second goal. He scored the third one. And can we see it out from here? Napoli 1, Manchester United 3. Lovely finish from the Argentine winger. Get in there. It's just about not conceding straight away now. But that can be a lot easier said than it can be done. 20 minutes to go. Might have to make some changes as well in the minute just to freshen things up. Oh, that's a good ball. I was trying to switch to De Ligt there, and it wouldn't switch to him. He makes a brilliant block. But he's a bit lucky because he was stood like a statue there for a second. Raspadori comes on for Tchouaméni. Didn't even realise he was playing Tchouaméni. Or Tchouaméni, however you say his name. Right, Ahmad, he's tired. Let's bring on Elanga. Going to put Martinez at left back, bring on Branthwaite. I just feel like defensively Martinez is a bit better there than Kirkes would be. And I'm also going to bring on Kobbie Mainoo. Get some fresh legs onto the pitch. Especially here now as Napoli look to whip in this corner. Varchgelia takes it short yet again. Alanga gets done there. Get nowhere bloody near him. Oh, right at the keeper though the shot is. Right at the keeper the shot is. Who am I, Yoda? But thankfully, didn't trouble him too much, Unai Simon. Here's Bruno. Into Garnacho. We don't need to rush it, but a fourth goal would be quite nice. Can we get it here? Bruno Fernandes. Another former Serie A player. Is Alanga. Ah, unlucky. 10 minutes left. Honestly, I'd take 3-1. I really would. Anything else at this stage would be a bonus. Oh, but it would be a big kick in the nuts if Napoli were to score here. Which they fucking do. Oh my god. Just cannot... I was going to say cannot keep a clean sheet. We'd already conceded one in this game, but just cannot win a game comfortably. Well, they don't bloody need Scott McTominay to come in clutch. He's still on the bench, and Napoli have scored 2 goals. And I feel like we'll have to make another defensive change now. De Ligt is knackered. So is Lenny Yoro, though, on the bench. I love Lenny Yoro. He's on a decent training plan for his fitness, but he's always bloody tired. It is very, very frustrating. We'll bring him on just because he is a bit quicker than Matthijs de Ligt. But this game is still very much open. We do only have that 1-goal lead. And I don't really want to risk too much in these last few minutes. I'd rather just try and hold on to it, see out this result. Oh my god, I thought that was going to go right into the path of the Napoli player. See there, Lenny Yoro. He fell flat on his ass there. Jared Branthwaite has literally just passed the ball to himself there. Yeah, weather effects need to go off after this game. I completely forgot to do it after the Sunderland game. Took a little bit of a break in between recordings and I forgot to do the thing that I should have done straight after that game. But we could have a chance here to score yet another goal. Garnacho looking for Alanga. It's cleared away, but I think that will be full time. We do get the victory here in the first leg in Naples, but it's not as comfortable as it could have been. Napoli scoring 2 goals to keep this tie very much alive, but we do bring back a 3-2 lead to Old Trafford. And here is visual confirmation of the fact that Rasmus Højlund has now scored 47 goals this season. No player has scored more goals in a single season for Manchester United, and I think we'll struggle to see somebody even get close to this again. Back to winning ways in the Premier League here at home against Newcastle United. Anthony Alanga with yet another goal, his 12th of the season. He has been absolutely fantastic since returning to Manchester United. Left foot, right foot, it does not seem to matter. Alanga will finish them either way. Newcastle, though, were dominating in this first half. I did use the highlights feature. They actually had most of them. Brilliant save there by Unai Simon, but of course it would fall right back into the path of Isak, who got the equaliser. That is super frustrating, because goalkeepers in this game, I feel like, could be 99 rated, but they just can't keep a clean sheet. And even when they make an amazing save, it falls right back to an opposition player. So bloody frustrating. To make things even more frustrating, the next highlight was a penalty from Bruno Fernandes, normally Mr. Reliable from the spot, but Nick Pope pulls out a hell of a save there, and I thought after that it just was not going to be our day. But then Morten Hjulmand, the Danish midfielder, the Danish Michael Carrick, did put us back in front with a lovely left-footed finish. Easy for me to say. Tongue-tied here. Brilliant finish, though, from Hjulmand, and that put us back in front. Who else, though, to get the goal to completely seal things? None other than Rasmus Højlund. Did really well there. Ahmad's ball was a bit heavy, but a lovely touch and a lovely finish from the man who broke the goal-scoring record this season. Champions League knockout football at Old Trafford. You love to see it. Second leg here against Napoli. Which is crazy as well to think that if this were real life, United have not won a knockout Champions League game at this point at Old Trafford in 12 years. I was actually at the game when Manchester United defeated Olympiacos 2-0 down in the first leg. A Robin van Persie hat-trick won the tie for United in the second leg, and we have not won a knockout Champions League game at Old Trafford since. That is absolutely terrifying when you think about it. But we look to change that fortune today, hopefully getting the victory here in the second leg against Napoli. We do have a 3-2 lead, but as we saw the last time we had a 3-2 lead going into a second leg, we very nearly bottled it, so I don't want a repeat of that. It still looks like that McTominay and Lukaku are not on the pitch, but whatever, we can't be worrying about that. We can only worry about ourselves. I did make a couple of changes as well. Lenny Yoro and Kobbie Mainoo both coming into the team. Just felt like they needed a big game, bringing up their sharpness as well. And let's hope they can do the job. But again, we need to be patient with our play here. We are not chasing this game. Here's Hjulman. Oh no, that ball goes beyond Hjulman. And I did turn off weather effects as well. Not that it would matter in this game. It's a clear day at Old Trafford, or a clear night, I should say. Oh, lads, I feel like suing EA for selling us this stupid fucking game every year and making us believe that it could be better than the previous year. Straight away, they get a chance, they get the goal, equalise on aggregate. I'm just getting a bit sick of it, I really am. I mean, I say they sell us the dream of the game getting better. Really, we just come into it thinking, surely it can't be any worse. And somehow they always manage to make it worse. Just when you think you've reached the bottom of the barrel, they find a new level of absolute just complete and utter bullshit. But can we get the equaliser here straight away? Oh, thought it was going to fall for Ahmad there. But it wasn't to be. Oh, what a ball that is. Who the hell was marking him? Kvaratskhelia? No way. No bloody way. Oh, I can't believe this. What a save from Unai Simon. Bloody count your lucky stars there, lads. We got away with that one. Bruno with a terrible ball. My blood pressure is through the roof when I play this game. Honestly. Another good save by the keeper. I thought for a second there that was 2-0. Completely unmarked. Lenny Yoro does really well there to get that ball back. Here's Bruno now. This is why I said that we may not be the favourites in the Champions League. Rasmus Højlund though does really well. Rasmus, unselfish. Garnacho! Brilliant finish. We do go back in front on aggregate. Alejandro Garnacho yet again against Napoli. Very unselfish there from Rasmus Højlund. For a split second, I didn't know if that ball was actually going to go in. Did really well to win that ball back though, Rasmus. And Garnacho was there, I should say, to tuck it home. I can't bloody speak at all this week. Honestly, I'm getting tongue-tied like a motherfucker. But anyways, we equalise on the night. We regain the lead on aggregate. But you just know there's going to be a hell of a lot more where that came from. But it's Bruno, the captain. Oh, Lunin with the save. Nearly scoring 2 goals in a matter of moments there. As Joe Turl looks on. Bruno to whip this ball in. I don't know why I bother whipping in corners anymore. I really don't. Here's Ahmad, who will have to watch out now because Elanga is actually now the same rating as Ahmad. So a bit of a battle there for that right wing position. Bruno with a good turn. Here's Hjulman. Garnacho. Garnacho. He's in again. Oh, but he puts it wide of the post. Unlucky. from a man who's had a fantastic season as well. I feel like I haven't spoken enough about what a good season Garnacho has had. He's been absolutely fantastic. Obviously, Rasmus has gotten most of the headlines. But Alejandro Garnacho has been a key player for us as well. Bruno loses that ball there a bit too easily. Ahmad now. Did score in the first leg. Is Dallo. Rasmus. Oh, unlucky. So many former Serie A players in this team though. Dallo, Bruno, Ahmad, Rasmus. I was going to say that's surely offside. For a second I didn't think he was. We get away with that one though. But a huge Serie A influence in this team. As Davies won a free kick there. No, he hasn't, but he's held onto the ball. Really, really good play there from the Canadian. Bruno lobs it, but not enough power. Not exactly efficientship. And Lunin clears that ball out to Politano. Oh, fuck my life. Just absolutely fuck my life. What is it with not being able to defend a lead from the first leg? Napoli equalise yet again on aggregate and take the lead on the night. Oh, I bloody hate this game. Honestly, this game, it's an addiction at this point. Garnacho. Oh, what a save. And then how is he saving that? How the hell is he saving that? I'm not taking this corner long. I'm going to go short. And Ahmad fucking loses it. Oh, he's done well there to give that to Lisandro Martinez, though. Martinez can't squeeze it in. And we're not going to get another corner. It is half-time. Napoli have bloody levelled up again. Oh my god, one of these days, lads, EA are going to release a game that doesn't make me question my existence. Genuinely. We can all dream about things that are probably never going to happen. Oh, here come Napoli straight away in the second half. Fucking hell. Conte puts his head in his hands. That was very, very close there. Here's Rasmus. Oh, good block. Menu probably delayed that ball a bit too much, but thankfully it doesn't matter too much because Rasmus is there. He broke the record in the first leg. He's put us back in front here in the second leg. 2-2 on the night as I just teleport through the fourth official there. Don't know what's going on. But Kobe Menu over to Rasmus Højlund. Right-footed finish this time. 2-2 on the night. 4-3 on aggregate. No, 5-4 on aggregate, I should say. Can we hold it out from here? Can we even go on to get the win? Of course, we are winning in the tie, but I want to win on the night as well. I cannot have Manchester United go any longer without winning a knockout game at Old Trafford. Piss off. Just piss off. Fuck EA. Fuck this game. Fuck Napoli. Honest to fucking God. I'm saying fuck so much. I feel like Deborah Morgan. But, like, what am I supposed to do about that? What am I supposed to fucking do about that? It's just so fucking shit. Ah. 5-5 now. We did reference Sir Alex Ferguson's last game earlier on in this episode. Well, that was 5-5 in one game. This is 5-5 across two. Basically, just don't win a first leg 3-2 and we should be fine. Bruno sees Garnacho. Woohoo! Finishes as if he's prime Robin Van Persie. It's 3-3 here with half an hour to go. 6-5 on aggregate. End to end stuff here. Honestly, as entertaining as these games can be, when it happens every bloody time that you load up the game, it just starts to wear a bit thin. It's a beautiful finish though from Garnacho, his third goal of the tie. Really showing Napoli what they're missing. This is what they could have had. But thankfully, he's still doing it at Old Trafford. Oh, let's not bloody concede again. Honestly, I'm thinking of going 5 at the back. Genuinely. That's not a great strike, and thankfully, it will go wide of the post. Right, you know what, Lenny Yoro, I am going to take him off. We'll bring on Matthijs de Ligt, get some experience back there. Not going to go to a back 5 just yet. I'm going to bring on Elanga as well for Ahmad. Not that Ahmad has done anything wrong. Elanga just brings something a little bit different as my radiator starts going bloody mental there behind me. Look at honestly, these POV cameras are actually so shit. Whether it's a replay of a goal, a substitute coming on, whatever it may be, it seems like a good idea. But look at this! That's not POV at all! Is his head on backwards or something? Even the cool things they have in the game, they somehow manage to glitch. Honestly, if you're a wrestling fan, you'll be familiar with a YouTube series known as Botchamania. You could honestly make a Botchamania series out of FC25. Actually, just FIFA games in general. Oh my god, Hulman, how are you losing that? How are you getting dispossessed there? Good save by Unai Simon. Here's David Neres. Tchouaméni. Oh my god. I just can't rest. I can't rest. I can't relax. Sometimes this game gets to me more than real life. Like in real life, I've built up a tolerance for how shit United are. We're doing so much better in this career mode, but it's actually stressing me out more when we have games like this. 15 minutes though to hold on. I'd love to get another goal, as apparently Fiskerstrand has been confirmed as a free agent. Thanks for telling us that. We really needed to know that with 15 minutes to go in this crucial Champions League game. Dalot, Bruno, Elanga, that's lovely. Overran it. Bruno, why did he go to his left? Garnacho will be bringing home the match ball, and we do take the lead on the night, and we double the lead on aggregate. 4-3 at Old Trafford, 7-5 across the two games, and a Champions League hat-trick for Alejandro Garnacho. Oh my goodness me. I already called the last episode Never a Dull Moment. This may as well be Never a Dull Moment Part 2. We just don't know how to do a boring game, but we do know how to bloody stress out Joseph Tuchel, I'll tell you that. Whether it's real life me or digital me. It's frustrating either way. Gonna make another change. Davies is knackered. I will bring on Kirkes. I feel like I've probably excluded him out of the team a bit too much in recent times. Ugarte can come on as well for Kobbie Mainoo. Get some fresh legs on in that midfield for the final 10 minutes, as well as left back. No more goals, honestly, at either end. I'd happily take this 4-3. Oh. I just... Words can't describe the level of stress that I feel playing these games. As much as I say that I hate this game, I also do love it. I'm just so glad that we now have a community that can watch these stressful games as well. If I was playing this on my own, it would be quite a sad existence. Not to say there's anything wrong with playing FC25 in your own time. I'm just saying, sometimes as a nearly 27-year-old man, when I'm getting angry and there's no audience to show that anger to, it makes me kind of question, are things really going that well for me? I'm obviously joking. Kind of. But anyways, enough of my midlife crisis there. Let's continue on with this game. Martinez loses that. Here's Neres. 2 added minutes. We win that ball back. Here's Rasmus. Go on, you may as well have a run. There's surely not going to be enough time for them to go on a counter-attack. Oh, it's Elanga. Can he be the man to officially seal things? Oh, it's a good save by the keeper. But for the first time in 12 years, Manchester United have won a knockout Champions League game at Old Trafford. Alejandro Garnacho getting the hat-trick. What a moment from the Argentine winger. God, I need to relearn how to speak the English language. That's how much torture this game is putting me through. I'm actually struggling to speak. But one thing we have not struggled to do is qualify for the Champions League quarter-final. But it was quite a stressful tie, if we're going to be completely honest about it. As we're here, let's have a look at the other results in the Champions League. Fenerbahce knocking out Barcelona 4-3 on aggregate. That is absolutely massive for them. Obviously, we beat them in the Europa League final last season, and now we could be playing them again, potentially, in the Champions League knockouts. That's crazy. Atletico coming from 1-0 down to beat Arsenal 2-1 on aggregate. That's kind of funny. Real Madrid did knock out Liverpool. Either way, there was going to be a tough team advancing through there, but always nice to see Liverpool get knocked out as well. 5-4 though, quite an intense game. Borussia Dortmund knocking out Inter Milan on penalties, City knocking out Bayern Munich, Marseille knocking out Sporting, and AC Milan knocking out Benfica, who despite having a fantastic league phase, crash out in the last 16 of the Champions League. Before we wrap things up though in this episode, I did want to show you the Premier League table, and also I will reveal who our opponent in the Champions League quarterfinals will be as well. In the league, we are 11 points clear with 10 games to go. Unfortunately, we do now have that 1L to our name. It will not be an invincible season, but still, I will very happily take this. Despite the fact that I've spoken so many times about conceding too many goals, Man City and Villa haven't actually conceded too many less. 34 for Man City, 31 for Villa, so that's making me feel slightly better, but still, we just need to be that much better, or that bit better defensively. But anyways, I will take this 11 points clear with 10 games to go. We are closing in on a 21st league title for Manchester United. In the Champions League, though, let's have a look. Okay, it's not showing me here, but I did get the email to say we got the prize money, so we should know who we have in the Champions League. Gonna have to go into the calendar, though, to look at who it is. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. It is going to be Los Blancos, Real Madrid. They've already beaten us once this season. That was in the UEFA Super Cup. And now we need to take them on yet again in the Champions League quarterfinals. The last 3 times Manchester United have played Real Madrid in the Champions League, they've knocked us out. It was quarterfinals in 2000, quarterfinals again in 2003, and then the last 16 in 2013. So hopefully we can end that winless streak and knock out the current European title holders. But if we thought it was tough against Napoli, this is going to be a completely different kettle of fish altogether. But those games will have to wait until next week. In the next episode this week, there will only be one full game being played, but what a game that will be. The League Cup final against Manchester City. We look to seal our first domestic trophy of the career mode, and what better way to do it than beating the noisy neighbours in a cup final. That game will be played in its entirety this coming Friday. I will make sure I am in the live chat for that game. It will start at the slightly later start time of 8 p.m. Irish and UK time, just to allow myself enough time to get ready to be there as part of the chat. Hope you're looking forward to it. If you did enjoy this episode, lads, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. We are very, very close to hitting 500 subscribers, and I will talk to you all this Friday for the League Cup final between Manchester United and Manchester City. Take care.